Hello everyone, welcome back to another Fallout 76 video. I've got some unique content for you today. I created a map with all the known locations that will be featured in the Wastelanders DLC. Let me ensure your hype doesn't go anywhere else while you wait for the final release. Well, I've spent the entire morning today creating a location map for the Wastelanders, and it was really fun, mostly because I was feeling really confused before. I was getting lost in so much information, I wasn't sure what screenshots had been released anymore, or how many locations have been announced and or leaked until now. So I decided to work on it, and I came up with some fancy maps that will most likely be useful to you in the future, for the private test or for the final release. I do feel way more organized now and prepared for what's about to come. And that's a relief. Anyway, for those who don't know, Bethesda delayed the private test server experience yesterday, and the invites will be sent out next week. Don't worry if you didn't get anything from them yet, because they didn't send the emails, so that's normal. It's also worth mentioning that the faction map icons were released with their latest article about the quest interface rework. It was a very stealthy revelation though, I actually missed it the first time. Moving on, let me show you all the 15 Wastelanders locations that we know about right now. Some are brand new, but most of them already exist in game. They will transform and become something else. They will change so much that after the DLC, you might think it's actually a new location when it's not. Let me show you the maps first of all. Did you know that we will have at least 15 locations to explore in Wastelanders? I really had no idea we already knew about so many. Good thing I decided to start counting and collecting all the data that has been released over the past months. We have locations all over the map, and as I mentioned before, some of them will be brand new. As in, they do not exist in game right now, such as the Wayward Inn, the Spruce Knob Cave, and the Watoga Underground. Then we have lots of locations that will be transformed into faction camps, like the ARCHOR's farm, the Kanawha County Cemetery church, and the Rollins Work Camp. Some places will be basically reworked, they won't really be recognizable anymore, so maybe you should take a closer look at them while you can, if you'd like to make a comparison later on, or to simply remember them as they used to be. I mean, you don't have to, I've already saved you some time and done that myself, in case you're wondering. Still, it's never a bad idea to check things for yourself while you still can. I'm leaving a link to this map in the video description below in case you wish to save it for later. Now let me show you all the information I have regarding these Wastelanders locations. Let's go! I'm sure you know about this location because it was announced a while ago and it's even part of the Wastelanders trailer. It's the ARCHOR's farm, which will be home to the Foundation, one of the main camps for the Settlers faction, with several NPCs living there, including Daniel. Now, this farm will drastically change, lots of items will be added, such as crafting stations and furniture. I'm still unsure if they will open the house there or not, but that's likely to happen. We also know this location will feature a new quest with multiple answer options, as shown in the trailer as well. I believe one of the NPC companions will be living right here in this camp, but for now that's just speculation. Back to Vault 76, we will have a small update around the entrance area. In the second stairs down with a corpse and a lamp nearby, you will be able to find two new NPCs, Isella and Lacey, which will present you with a new quest line, I think, or at least a quest. If you choose to help them, they will guide you towards the upcoming Wayward Inn. They are explorers from the Settler faction, so they might have more to offer, especially to new players. I don't think they were placed right near Vault 76 for no reason. They are probably the new beginner's sort of guide or friendly word of advice, something alike. Talking about the new inn, it's right around the Overseer's camp. I've compared the released screenshot with in-game footage, and I'm certain the Wayward Inn will be placed here, on the left side of the road facing north, just past the bridge. It is indeed a strategic location, and it will be very difficult to miss for new players. Inside the inn, you will be able to meet several NPCs, and two of the residents are Settlers Mort, a ghoul explorer who specializes in camp building, and the Duchess, who is the owner of the inn. Both NPCs work together at the Wayward, and they seem to take care of other types of business outside. They will need your help to deal with some aggressive and noisy customers. Again, we will have at least one new mission here, but I'd risk to say that we will have many more. Maybe even personal missions if they are actual companions. Who knows? The Grafton Pawn Shop is supposed to be Wastelanders content, but for some reason Bethesda released it beforehand around Christmas. There is a mission inside that you can pursue and complete with no rewards, because it is currently an unmarked mission. It is basically detective's work. You need to find clues all over Appalachia. Ultimately, finishing the Grafton Pawn mission will grant you a key code that opens the door to enter the Vault 79 entrance at the very northeast of the map. It wouldn't surprise me if they added further content at a release for this particular location and mission. Another brand new location is Vault 79. As you probably know, a Vault 79 logo is all over Wastelanders wallpapers since ages ago. It will be an essential part of the DLC, that much we know. Considering that amount of importance, I have two solid theories about what's inside the vault. Number one, this will be the new vault raids with Vault 94 shutting down. This makes a lot of sense. It would be a great successor, plus we desperately need some new bosses and challenging endgame content. The second option would be that Vault 79 is part of a main questline with lots of lore inside, maybe NPCs too, and mysteries to solve, of course. I'm more inclined towards the first option though. We are getting the floaters too, a new type of enemy, and I think Bethesda will add them somewhere inside an instance. Vault 79, the new vault raids with the floaters. Yep, I'm definitely sticking with this one. The crashed spaceship crater in the Toxic Valley is going to get a makeover. Literally, it's one of those locations we will hardly recognize after the DLC. I mean, the spaceship arch is still going to be there, but everything around it will be new. The Raiders will basically build a town there. It looks quite massive from the screenshot and trailer footage we have access. Maybe it will be the main base for the Raiders. It wouldn't surprise me. What would come as a surprise though is, well, what if these Raiders end up finding some new plans or weapons with alien origin? That would be such a plot twist. There's nothing much else to add here regarding the crater, so let's move on. The Kanawha County Cemetery has a huge church, and inside you can currently find some Cult of the Mothman effigies and even a sacrifice circle. Perfect place for a main outpost for the upcoming third faction. I'm not sure how much will this church change from the inside, but the exterior is surely getting a rework. The building will be devoured by these roots. As you can see, it kind of looks like an entity is attaching itself to the upper part of the tower. I am assuming that some ritual went terribly wrong or right, depending on the perspective. Well, I guess I will find my answer soon enough. The Ohio River Adventures is a small port location at the very west of the map, and it seems like it will end up in Raiders' hands. Another camp for them. I'm starting to think they will be everywhere. Anyway, we don't know much about this location or what's going to happen here since it was unveiled a few days ago. There are lots of boats though. it would be nice if they added some sort of fishing skill. Yeah, I think I'm going a little bit too far with my imagination. Oops. Widow's Perch. This one has been giving me a headache. So this is also another location unveiled a few days ago, and Bethesda added this bird phoenix icon to it. What the hell does it mean? At first I thought this was the Moodman cult icon, but it seems like it's not. Then I thought it might be one of the sub-factions that has been leaked. The symbol looks like an eagle, so it's a little bit similar. However, there is a symbol at Widow's Perch which doesn't really look the same. Nobody knows what faction will occupy this location so far. I've seen rumors hinting towards a sub-faction of raiders in the Ash Heap region. Maybe it's that, maybe it's something else. I really have no idea about this one. What do you guys think? Feel free to discuss in the comment section below. Now, a little bit to the south, we have the Rollins Work Camp, and this one will belong to... You know the answer. Yes, the raiders will be there to terraform the place and turn it into a proper workers' camp. The crane will be finally working, and it looks like a lot of other things are going to happen here. I'd risk to say this will be their mining outpost or something like that, since there are so many mines and ore in the surrounding areas. Truth be told, we also don't know much about this one, so let's move on. Moving to the east, we have the Settlers' main outpost underground. It will be located under Spruce Knob in some huge cave. This region is quite rocky, so the cave's entrance could be in many places. I've searched around and, to be honest, I didn't find much. I'd say it will be around the lake though, because that's where the rock concentrations seem to be. Anyway, inside the cave we will have platforms, lots of them, just like in Arctos Farmer or inside power plants. These platforms will be surrounded by water as well. Other than that, we don't know much, but there will be plenty of settler NPCs living in this location, and potentially you will be able to find some faction missions there too. Sounds good, no? We are getting closer to the bottom of the list, and now we have the top of the world. Both levels will have Raiders content. Starting with the second, we know for sure that one of the Raiders missions will take you here at some point. There will be one or several NPCs as well, and we just don't know if you can start any missions here or if one of the objectives will request you to pass by to do something or talk to someone. I don't think this place will change much from the screenshot I saw, but let's see. Now, one floor higher at the observation level, we have Rose and her radio station, which has been part of the game since the release, but now, with the arrival of her faction buddies, things will most likely change. I've heard there will be a mission or task that involves the Raiders' radio. It got data mined months ago, so it is likely that you will be headed to Rose for at least one Raiders mission. I hope they update her radio too with some punk rock music. Oh yeah, that would be an extra mile. Yeah, I know, my imagination is striking again. Anyway, I don't think they will change this floor that much. It will probably remain the same as it is now. The Watoga Civic Center is a long-revealed Wastelanders location, just like the second floor of the top of the world. It seems like a new quest will lead you there to take care of some business. The Watoga city will be Raiders' territory, at least underground, so it would make sense that the missions here will all be related to the Raiders faction, unless there is some sort of espionage drama going on with the settlers. You never know. Well, I don't think the Watoga Civic Center will get a full makeover, but the screenshot shows a slightly different center. Some changes will be done, but probably not too many. We will see. The final spot in the list is the brand new Watoga Underground parking garage. It seems like a huge instance with lots to explore, but you will have to fight off raiders first. I'm not confident they will let you trespass their land just like that. We know that the gang here will be the Gourmands. They are known for being brutal, merciless, and cannibals. Yucks. So you see my point, I hope. Anyhow, I believe there will be a new quest here because the entrance requires a personal ID entered at the terminal. So you'll need to find or fake an ID to get inside. That sounds like a quest to me. Lastly, expect to see a fast dining, a hairdresser, a pharmacy, and maybe a spa or a gym. The Wastelanders DLC is coming in the following months, and now it's the right time to prepare. With the private test server starting next week, this information couldn't come in a better timing. I'm not sure if I will be selected or not, but just in case, I am now prepared, at least in terms of locations. Of course, there will be many more there, but at least I'm not completely in the dark. I know about 15 locations that are new or about to be transformed. So that's a huge advantage, and I believe it will make my life easier sooner or later. What did you think about these locations? Were you aware that they are coming with the Wastelanders DLC? Well, at least now you should know what to visit if you get invited to the PTS. I've posted the map over Reddit and lots of people said they are going to save the file to use later. That's great to know. I hope the details here will also be useful to you. I'm Marta Branco, thank you so much for watching and for all your support. If you just got here, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button below to help the channel grow. And make sure to enable the notifications bell as well, so you don't miss a thing. For those who would like to support this type of content even further, make sure to check my Patreon page. I have tiers for everyone. That's really everything I had for you today. I hope you enjoyed. As usual, I will see you girls and guys in the next video. Until then, adios, bye bye!